You are now inside the Creative Zone with your hosts, Robb and Logan.
Hey guys, it's Robb.
It's Logan.
And you're tuned into another episode of the Creative Zone.
How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good, I hope. Today we're going to talk a bit about Dolomites.
Oh, that was a funny show. That was
funny movie.
Oh, show for movie. You know that Hollywood speak. Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes.
I know, right?
That was something. He was bugged out, but it was great.
When I saw him, I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty amazing." Mm-hmm. I mean, well, for those who don't know, he went to prison for a bit. For a bit.
Didn't pay his taxes.
Yep.
And well,
a tax issue. And now he's back.
They came for a brother, but yeah, this was a good. And it was a good return for Eddie Murphy, too.
I was just going to say, I mean, he hasn't been in a movie in, like a starring role in years, right?
Yeah, definitely more than two. Yeah. But it was centered around him. Because the last good thing everybody was talking about was, like, Dreamgirls.
Oh, wow.
Remember when he was doing the...
Yikes.
Well, it wasn't the last thing he was in, but it was
the last memorable performance.
Yeah,
you're right.
He got, like, a Golden Globe nomination?
I think so, Golden Globe. I think... Maybe I'm wrong, but an Oscar nom?
Something, yeah. He definitely got a bunch off of that.
Yeah. And then he did this movie with Matthew Broderick, Tower Heist or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's how, unfortunately...
Yeah.
The ups and downs of the nature of the beast.
Yep, that's true. No one stays hot forever, you know?
Yeah, but you can stay consistent.
Yes,
and that's what
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he's the master of the method acting these days. The stories that I've read about what he does.
Yeah,
he's I want to say a good version of Jared Leto. Where all of that, anyway, it was the joke, and he was playing practical jokes. Some people are taking it too far.
Yeah.
And Daniel Day-Lewis just gets in the character, and he wants you, from the articles I've read anyway, he wants you to refer to him as the character's name, and he stays in it for like days on end and whatnot. And it's like, okay, that'd be interesting to be around.
Talk about method acting. That's intense.
Yeah, like to say shout out to Claude Springer, the third man of our triumvirate is in the house.
I can only see Claude for so long. I was like, wait, no. Like, it's a job. It's acting.
Yeah.
Don't send me rats in the mail. I'm not going to call you your character name. Fuck off.
Right, not going to say, call him Puddin' or anything like that.
Calm down, son. Just like, make your $1 million and go home.
Right. Go back to the trailer if you need to take a few minutes.
Right?
Calm down. I mean, as a director, I know I'm going to refer, like when we do My Hero.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm warning you now that you'll see me, like, when I'm talking to the actors and everybody, you guys are setting up and keeping control of everybody, I will probably, like, when I'm talking directly to the actor or we're sitting down ready to call action, I will refer to him as character names.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's a high probability of, like, hey, Denny, I need you to step over there.
Okay.
Or is he, is Denny lined up as
Why? Why is that?
It makes it easier.
Yeah. Of, like...
There's a difference, though, if a director is calling someone the character name.
Yeah.
It's different than the actor pretending they're really the character.
Okay.
Like, I'm saying Denny in the shot because I need the character Denny in the shot. You are Michael Jamal Warner. I don't need to call you, and you shouldn't act like someone who you're not. Well, only when the cameras are on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, you got it, man. You got it.
I mean, if you're the director and you're calling the actor by his or her character's name, why would you have an issue if the actor decides to keep using their character's name? Or keep being that character?
It's not just the character's name.
Uh-huh.
It's when you're trying to act like if you're playing the Joker, don't send me shit to my home.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm the Joker. No, you're not.
That's a bit creepy. Yeah, that is a bit creepy.
Not just creepy, it's dumb. Like, if you're the Joker, I'm going to be Batman and fuck you up. Is that okay? Right? No. So, what?
Well, I can, if the actor is in character just before the scene, just after the scene. I can live with that.
Just before the scene, just after.
Like they come out like, okay, not even a hypothetical, but we have a trailer.
Correct.
They have their trailers, and we call it like, can you get Janie, that the actress's name, Janie, to come out here? We're ready for her scene. And then I might still keep saying Janie until it's like after she's gone through a scene, a take with whoever, and they refer to her as the character name. Then they say Shayla. She's in a scene. Her character's name is Shayla. She gets referred to as Shayla. Then my mind will probably flip the switch, and then from there on until maybe a little after, I'm saying, Shayla, get over here.
Gotcha.
Or can you give me, that was a great take. Now step a little closer to her and really give it to her.
Yeah.
That's just the way my mind works. Yeah. But if she's, Shayla is a Valkyrie chick, and we have cast a 5'2", 110-pound woman named Janie, who just gave us the great read and found a quiet power that came through and did everything we needed. That's why we hired her.
Yeah.
And 5 hours after we've called it and everybody's wrapped up and then we're telling people, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Great, everybody.
Yeah. And
she's still walking around as Valkyrie chick. Can somebody put her in a cab or call an Uber or get her back to the hotel? You're her assistant for the night. Okay, just whatever she needs, except if she needs you to buy stuff, let her. Hopefully she'll be better after the shower. Tell her, your job ends when she has walked into her hotel room. Walk away. If any problems, call us.
Basically leave that character on set.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one thing if you're going to be Valkyrie, that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't try to stab your coworker at the bachelor party.
Yeah,
You're not actually a Valkyrie.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
We've got, it's, we're switching locations and we have to drive. So it's like we wrapped on a location and Valkyrie is doing her thing and she was in a real intense, action scene.
Yeah.
And she did half of her own stunts and, we had our stunt woman take over, but she had to be amped and throw a few punches. So I get it. The testosterone was up. But then, okay, we wrap. So, we have to move 50 miles away to the next location. So we're going to have a wrap of that location.
Gotcha.
A party. Everybody blow off some steam and, we're going to reconvene in 2 days. And it's at the party, she's going, yeah. It's like, Katie, what's up? I asked you wanted a drink. Call me her ladyship. I'm like, what? Okay.
Well, then her ladyship get her own damn drink.
Right? It's like, here you go, your ladyship. Cut her off.
She got
switch her to water.
If she wants vodka, that's water.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell her it's water in Russian. We're good. Yeah, get her home. Get her cab. Uber, get her out. She's good.
Yeah.
Feed her. Yeah. See, I don't know how I'd be able to handle an actor like that. We roll with the punches. If an actor comes our way that's like that, we'll deal with it when we get there. But I don't know. I don't know if I could. Just offhand. I'm not sure if I could roll with that.
Have you worked with an actor like that? I haven't. Not yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
I've worked with some definite characters, as I was I was talking last week about, the guy who inspired the Robb character in My Hero. But he's memorable and, it's okay. I wrote this so that it plays on his natural strength of him being him. Just read it. I wrote the words. Read the words as you would say them. So give us the words as you would say them.
Yeah.
I wrote them without the slang, but you can read.
Exactly.
So give me that sentence as you would say.
What's your interpretation of the piece?
Yeah, just give it back to me, and we'll see if if it worked the way I read it, in my head. But I've had actors. I've been on sets with actors where they either have to have a gather. They have to gather themselves to get into character. They're off on a corner, they're doing their little exercises and then they get in, then they're on, or it's about like take 3 take 4, where you see they're finally eased into the mindset of the character that they want, and
which is understandable.
Yeah,
you know?
So everybody is different, but it's can that? But that's part of the hiring process. Can that actor give you what you want out of the role?
Yeah, and
a quality that I think I'm always looking for. Can they give me what I have described?
Yeah.
For the character, but then something I wasn't expecting. We want Shayla in My Hero. That's not the character's name. It's bad when the man wrote it. Can't remember people's names. But it's okay. Yeah, y'all beat me up after we were off the air. It's we want actors who Robb's a tough. He I describe him as lifts, eats, fucks, and sleeps.
Yeah,
and we want
a brute force.
Yeah, brute force. Gotcha. Just I can't even say a dude bro, but more of a he's like kind of a meathead, muscle lifting meathead of the world either owes him or he'll take what he wants because he's big, he's bad. And so the character, the actor reads it naturally, and he's giving you the vibe. He's giving us the vibe, and he's just standing there, and he's being physically imposing in the read. Mm-hmm. But then he, as he's reading one of the lines I wrote, and he gives a certain pause, and then delivers, and it gives a different impact that I'm like, wow, that was good. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's the kind of actors I want, not somebody who, after the initial flat read. Where everybody's just reading and it's like, and Denny and Shayla walk over to the table and sits down and they're into each other, and Robb says this, and then we get line and they start to deliver their lines. Yeah, that movie was great. Yeah, that was the first. That's the straight read. Now it's like, okay, second read. Okay, now give me characters. Give me what we've hired you for. And then you want them to inhabit the role.
Yes, exactly.
They can take it off like a coat.
Exactly.
And that's I took some part of my major. I had to take an acting class. Mm-hmm. And so and I thought that was good actually, because then it allows me to be able to feel like I can talk to the actors of, okay, I don't do this professionally, but at least I know what is involved in what your craft is.
Yes.
And I'm here as the director of it's more of a like a coach of, I want to bring the best out of you. Mm-hmm. I saw you have talent, now I've got to make you better. Nice. Bring you to your full potential out there. And having been a sports player, it's I know which coaches I did better with. They saw what I could do, and then put me in the situations to succeed. Versus, I need you to do this, which you've never done before, or you're not. You don't do. You can do it.
Yeah.
But it's not what you're usually here for.
Exactly.
And occasionally it's like I've had some surprising results of like, wow, okay, I didn't think I could do that. Oh, I've learned something different about myself. But most times it's like I'm 6'5" on a good day, and I'm looking at a 7'2" guy, and I'm supposed to cover him for the next 3.5 minutes while we're running up and down the court. Yeah, coach? Time out? I got a hammy? Hammy, yeah. My ham, yeah. Trainer, yeah, I'm gonna set this one out, maybe. No, I've never been that kind of a gold brick or blue falcon. But in my mind, I'm going, okay. And that did actually happen to me, where college level and visiting school, we're playing the 2-3 defense, where it's two guys up front, your guards up front. I was the swing man, the small forward, so I'm on a wing.
Gotcha.
And we got our center in the middle and the other power forward on the other side. And this guy was from Slavia. He was from Croatia. He was one of those, Lithuanian kind of, you know what I'm saying. He's one of those kind of, this small little school out of Colorado it's like, yeah, we'll give you a chance to play. Yeah. You can speak no English, but
exactly.
Put this uniform on, grab that orange thing that flies at, and make sure no one else gets it.
I play basketball.
So it's like the last 30 seconds of the first half, and we're at home, and it's going back and forth. But this is definitely a school that recruits purely on, Mrs. Johnson, we'll get your kid a degree. Go do things with his ball. He'll have a degree when he's done with us, or we'll at least be a school where after a season with us, then he can transfer to a D1 or D2 school and whatnot. So it feels a little lopsided. And when I'm, like I said, on a good day, I'm 6'5", and I've always been growing up, I like Dennis Rodman, so I knew to go after the ball. If I can do one thing good, let me rebound, because the ball travel, I saw it like that. And so we're in the play, 30 seconds are going. No, I was starting to drift out of there. 30 seconds are going, and we're on defense, and they come down, and we've got them spread out, and then I turn to follow the ball, and there's Mr. Croatian there, like, out on the wing, thinking like he's Vlade Divac about to shoot up a three. And clock is running. I took a glance, and then I did the job. I went up and maybe fingernail.
Damn.
But I took a swat at it, and it didn't go in. And then the buzzer, and everybody, it was like kind of that hush of like, and the ref goes, waves, it didn't go in, but he, waved off of, like, actually the signal is like arm up. It looks like the L, but that's a block. And it's like, and then everybody's cheering. We were still down by like maybe 3 or 4 points, but we were in the game. Okay. And everybody, we started ran up back over to the bench and then ran off, and the crowd is, the home crowd is cheering, and everyone's like giving, by the time we start getting to the door to the locker room, then they start patting me on the back like, Logan, did I just see what hey, we're in there. We're playing. I'm good. And then the coach, when we got into the pep talk to go into the second half, and he's like, thanks guys for giving us all we got. We're kind of, we won't say we're outmatched because we're still in this, but if we can get 20 more minutes of what he did, we might win this one. Now, we didn't win the game, but I was big man on campus for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Even with a loss.
With people going, hey, Logan, great game, man. Next time you got to dunk on somebody. It's like, come on, get him. And it was great, but, sometimes you can bring more out of yourself.
Absolutely.
With good coaching. And then there's sometimes where I've had bad coaches where it's, they want me to be the center. And I'm 14, the third tallest guy, but the other two guys can shoot better than me. They'll just stick, okay. But that means, I guess, there are times when I'm, 6'2" as a 14-year-old, and I'm getting run over by a 6'8" freshman. The next LeBron, he thinks he's LeBron James, and I gotta stand in the middle, and it's like, all you do, and when you get the ball, get rid of it. But I can turn and drop the ball back in. Or, so I have to find, I had, bad coaching, bad directing. I've seen bad directors in action.
Yes, we've definitely seen bad directors in action.
I was actually not thinking of that. I'm trying to be, magnanimous to people. But yes, we've seen it up close. But I've had other examples of,
but not as bad, I'm guessing.
For a long time after this project that happened back in about 2013, it was a feature. Guy was trying to do a feature, and they were similar in that for a feature that I will tell you a tale, boys and girls, of we had a storyboard. He shall not be named, had a storyboard at least and a script.
Okay. And a shot list, I'm hoping.
No, I'm talking about what we came from. Okay. We've seen a guy, they shot off the storyboard, but at least we had a script to work with. You and I, and, for the project. This other one, for a feature, when we met in pre-production, had the shot list as the script.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, and it wasn't even a shot list.
That made no sense. What?
Exactly. It wasn't
a shot list as a script.
It was, or it was the shot breakdown. It was like scene, for scenes. This, scene one.
Impossible.
Scene one, and car pulls into an empty lot. Person gets out, and it was all in boxes damn near on a spreadsheet, and it was. lines. The lines that were supposed to be said in that selection were there, at the end.
So the actors and the script supervisor had a shot list for the script.
No. The only person who got to get a script were the director and the person who had come up with the idea, but the director couldn't take the time to print up at least copies of what he had.
Yeah.
So at times people are standing. It was like I said, it was similar because there were first day. Yeah, first day of shooting. The director, the cinematographer, and one of the one actor that he needed for this shot.
Yeah. Went
off to go shoot stuff, and maybe they got some pickups as well. Everybody else is sitting waiting around for them.
Gotcha.
And this. When I went on to it for experience of like, a feature, okay, yeah, okay. And I was going to be doing sound, and I did backup grip, and I ended up getting it on camera as well because there were points where we needed extras. And
exactly,
But that was another thing of that we didn't have enough bodies at certain points. So it was like, okay, everybody was not doing, or this one will be without sound.
Yeah.
So can you get in and to fill out this thing.
Exactly.
And it was, I got brought on as a favor to my cousin and fellow cohort, and he was like, yeah, okay, these guys seem alright, and like I said, it's an opportunity, can't pass it up how often for where we are, or somebody is going to come with that's in the area. But it was kind of ill-prepared, and...
Oh, you really? Was it ill-prepared?
Just a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit. Ill-prepared.
There was a script, but the guy didn't make copies for anybody?
There were words in his head, there were words on paper. He didn't make copies for everybody else to share in what these words were.
This reminds me of that.
I can't say that, like I said, the one that I saw was not a script. In the traditional sense, not what you would call a script, not what you would call a script. It wasn't, Tom's
dialogue,
and dialogue.
So basically, was not a script then.
It was not a script, and there was a point where the cinematographer was giving direction, and it was like you felt like it looked like he was taking it out of people's hands, and I think, like I said, because of that, for a good while, I didn't want to be involved in any project where the director was also going to be the star. Because that made me look at a person going, they're trying to do too many things and they can't focus on just the one.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to deliver the lines, but then we stop and they're going to... And I know it can be done. I mean, many of good movies we've seen where the director is the star of the piece. Big name, even independent films.
Clint Eastwood,
Denzel Washington, good movies.
Yeah.
But this guy couldn't do it. And
I feel like people who do it are smart enough to let other talented people in other positions to help them.
Or the Spike Lee method, where you're the director and you're also an actor, but you have a great cast to help round out the film. Yeah. Like Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee was...
Yeah, and most of them, Spike's... The first, 5 or 6 movies... the first 5 or 6 movies, Spike was the star of it, or at least, an important character.
Exactly.
And I fully admit that I write myself into these pieces, into the stories that I write.
Okay.
My hero... If we couldn't find an actor to play Denny, and I thought, it was necessary, it was like crunch time, money was spent, we have, and the actor we did get for Denny broke his leg or something like that. He couldn't
step in.
I could step in because I know the material, I know what that character is, but then it's yours, you're my, first AD, and Claude's the cinematographer, then it's, okay, we've had our meeting before everybody steps in front of the camera, and anything after that is you're sitting in the chair, you the one calling action, and you say, okay, and then, we go through the scene, say cut, and I get to ask, okay, how was that?
Exactly. That's very important.
We're framed in, but you are I'm looking at you as the director, though I'm still the,
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Because at least when I'm in front of the camera, I go, I'm the actor.
Yeah.
And I have to compartmentalize, and I'm, giving it, what I need, and I'm performing for you.
In that case, you have to pick a central role.
Yeah.
Are you the actor or are you the director?
Exactly.
Like, which role is more critical to the overall piece?
Yeah.
And in that case, which one would be more critical?
Yeah, it's like if it's that kind of a situation, and so I've ended up being the star. I'm taking the male lead.
Exactly.
Then it's okay. I want this to be successful. I know how I have it in my mind for it to look.
Yeah.
So I know what I want to bring out of the character, what I'm expecting to see out of this character. So it's up to me to deliver that onto the footage. And then when cut is yelled and everyone's like, okay, we're looking back at the video village and we're looking at what we shot, then I can be a director again.
Exactly.
But if the scene called for me to enter from the left, and I enter and sit down, and we have a take of that, and then you go, you two look at me and go, okay, we're gonna do another take, but why don't you try delivering your line not when you sit down on the couch, but as you walk in, and start there early, and then go, you deliver your line as you're walking in after you get through this threshold, and you see the person start delivering your line, and you sit down, you're still talking.
Yes.
Then it's. I'm not, I'm a director, I would have shot it that way. No, it's, okay, yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, you have to be receptive to other people's opinions.
Yeah, it's like, because I'm getting direction now. I can't see what's being captured on camera if I'm in front of the camera.
Exactly.
Now, if it's a situation where we do have the male lead and I can be the director.
You would still be receptive to opinion.
More than that.
Okay.
Because I've got two eyes, but I can't take them off and put one on the camera and one on what's going on in front of me. And I've tailored my directing styles out to the influence of seeing other directors like Spike Lee and the late great John Singleton and people like that, of how they, there are directors who, when they yell action, they're looking at the monitor.
Instead of looking at the
at the performers, they're looking at the But then there's James Cameron, who does a bit of monitoring. He does a bit of all of it. But I've seen him where they show him behind the scenes, and he's yelled action, and he's looking through the eyepiece because he's that kind of a director. He wants to see what's seeing. Me, I feel like I'm about 60, 70, maybe even 80% action, and I'm watching the scene.
Okay.
So then that means I'm looking, we go cut, then it's, you're on my left and how did I look to you?
Yeah, then, okay, in that case, you're going to have to... I'm
leaning on my assistant, and I'm leaning on the cinematographer.
To actually see how the framing is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I go action, and I go cut, and it's, did that feel, how did that feel? I'm asking, the AD, how did that feel? And then I go, Claude's right here, and it's, how did that look? I'm getting my input from the people who, from the other my co-heads of this production. Yep. And it's, Claude's like, well, it felt good, but we got to shoot it again because I can't, on what I was looking at, what he's looking at, he saw the boom mic drop in. So it's Mike, can you make sure to keep that up? Exactly. And can we run it back, or look at time? Do we have enough time to look at it, or do we just go for another take and then we'll review the video?
The footage,
our dailies later. Yeah. So I'm part of a team. I'm leading the team, but as a leader, I put everybody in the position to succeed. So it's, if you might see something of, hey, I saw the mic go this way, we might have to shoot that again. Do we have enough time? Then that's what I'm saying. You're giving me things to ask a question. Do we have enough time to look at it? No? Okay. Well, just, okay, it's on there. We either throw it away, we don't, but we got it. Let's do another take. Okay, everybody, back to one. Claude, they're framed up? Yeah? Okay. And then it's just before I, if I have any last, any thoughts of, okay, I need to get a little closer and turn to your left instead of your right when you deliver that last line before you deliver the smack to the face. See how that, did that feel to you? But I love the energy, everybody. You're doing great, Yeah. I'm trying to lead, and boom, then we're good. So, but when I have, I have more than a few scripts. I have a sci-fi piece where I'm writing it, and then, like I said, I'm putting myself in it, and I'm basing it on a character idea that I have, and I have the visual, which is me dressed up, cosplay.
Okay.
So I see, as I write, it's, that's the lead character. I'm looking at myself myself as this character acting through this to get it down on the page.
Yeah.
But if we find somebody of maybe, with slightly different build, but they're wearing it and it comes through like, Sam Jackson just walked on the set and it's not me, I can be happy to, hey, we're going to get something amazing here.
Yeah.
And I can...
says that now.
Yes, I say that now.
When Sam comes in, no, Sam steers.
I think I got this.
No, Sam, can we just get their cameo?
Exactly.
And
I'll take over.
And
now you're going to be villager number 3.
Exactly.
So you're villager number 3 as the, as our marker for our big green screen effect, fireball goes that way. You look and go, just another day, and you spit on the ground and turn and walk left. That's we'll be good with that, all right? Action, and
you give him a line. I'm impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, no, you get no line, Sam. Just go be in the background. You okay?
Well, I like to share the we're being, we're the producers and, cinematographer, assistant director, and scriptwriter, and then it's, a switch and it's, where I'm cinematographing something Claude has written. I'm gonna, when it comes to time we're at ABFF accepting awards, we're still all 3 going up first, the producers.
That's true.
That's true. Am I going to go, no, I wrote this one, so only I go up. And I'd like to thank my team, but I'm up here. I'm thinking, we did it. No, it's, and for best short film, My Hero. Come on, boys.
Exactly.
Absolutely. It's like, thank you for the award. Pass it to you. Let you get your words in.
Yeah.
And we take our pictures and we're out. I can hand it off.
Yeah. What do you think of like actors deciding, suddenly they want to be directors, like Ben Affleck? What do you guys?
It's like anything.
That?
Some can do it.
Yeah, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah, if you have an idea, you have a vision, and like with Ben Affleck, it's like they did, from what I saw of like everybody remembers their first big thing, which was Good Will Hunting.
Oh yeah, but I mean he was a writer.
He was a writer.
Yeah, but
it seemed like they had a lot of input on what you would actually see. They wrote it. They didn't direct it. They were smart enough to get another director.
Gus Van Sant.
Yeah, Gus Van Sant. But they again with their BTS, it's because they wrote it. They're being this is their first big project that they've done.
Yeah.
They had acted, in Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah,
but they were. But they had, I like Kevin Smith most, some of this stuff. But they, they got things where they're pointing out and they're pointing at things, they're giving. I think they're giving instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have some command, some leadership in how some of that went down. If Gus Van Sant told them to step left, they stepped left. But if Gus Van Sant said, yeah, we're not going to do this scene today, we're going to do this scene.
Yeah.
And when you do it, don't say this line that you wrote. Say this word, which is one word of what you wrote, and then the rest I wanted to be said like this. It's like they may have been able to say, really?
Oh.
But, that was, 20 some odd years ago. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But now it's like Ben Affleck has actually been able to direct a few good things, but I've only has he actually directed something where he isn't in it at all? I don't believe so.
Gone Girl.
No, he was in that.
Not Gone Girl. The movie with his brother. Gone Baby Gone or Gone. What's the name of that movie? Fact check.
Yeah, hop on my.
As we'll get some.
What's the name of that movie?
You keep going.
Yeah, Claude's gonna go and do some
fact checker.
Do some fact checking, some info gathering and one. But
Gone Baby Gone or something like that. I think he wrote it and directed it.
He directed because he was directing his brother.
But his brother was the
Casey.
Yeah.
I remember I was saying jokes about how Casey was Ben's and his illegitimate son and whatnot. I heard the internet is good for dumb jokes, and or other actors who know them will crack jokes about them and whatnot. But so if he has, okay,
Yeah, I think so.
But some, then there are those who they try to, direct themselves.
Who, De Niro?
No, I'm saying other actors who try to get in the director's chair, and I don't know if it's been as successful. Now, I Think I Love My Wife. Not Jamie Foxx, freaking Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
That was a good one. I liked that movie, and I think that was his directorial debut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I was, I watched it first as a viewer, a member of the audience.
Gotcha.
But then...
Wait, as opposed to what?
As opposed to breaking it down.
Oh, gotcha.
Breaking it down as a person...
As a filmmaker.
As a filmmaker, trying to get in it. But I watched it more than, once as, hey, I like this movie. It made me laugh. And Gina Torres, meow. But...
Wait, she's married to Lawrence Fishburne, right?
Yeah, I was surprised when I found that out. It's how long you can watch somebody perform and see their career, and then you find out little factoids about them because, it's like, I don't read the tabloids all that.
Yeah, me either.
But then when you're like, oh, married to someone, what?
Yeah.
Hey, Logan, can I borrow your phone first thing my phone's at?
Yeah, let me,
I told him.
No, I know you wanted to check, but it, to unlock it.
Yeah.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, Gina Torres.
Oh, Gina Torres. Excellent. But that's finding out she was married to Lawrence Fishburne was definitely one of those, wow, I never knew. But Gina Torres was in that. She's great. I love the things I've seen her in.
That's actually a very good question. How many actors turned directors have directed a great film that they were not in?
That they were not in? Yeah, good. Like I said, Chris Rock, he did I Think I Love My Wife. I thought that was a great film.
But he's not usually a great actor.
Yeah, but it was a good film. I enjoyed the film.
Yes.
And then was it Top 5?
Yes, Top 5.
Top 5. I liked that movie too.
But he was in it.
But he was in it. That's what I'm getting at. Of like, but your question and the question was of but how many have they done where they're not in it?
And it's been a good film.
Yeah, and it's been a good film. And even even the great Denzel. He's directed at least 5 movies. Oh, yeah? More than that.
Wow. I just remember Fences and The Great Debaters.
And he was with Fences, he was the star of it. Great Debaters.
Direct Fences.
No, did he? I think he did.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm saying The Great Debaters, he was the mentor, and it was still supposed to be around the other kids and whatnot, but he was in it. And, and
how about Tarantino? Kill Bill?
Yeah, he usually makes cameos, though.
But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Kill Bill, he wasn't.
Yeah, but the question was how many great actors turned directors have directed great films that they were not in.
Yeah. I was just director.
It's like how many actors like.
Wait, you mean to tell me that Tarantino was a great actor?
Oh yeah, Desperados.
I know he's joking.
Dusk of Dawn.
Jodie Foster. Well, I don't. It's your opinions vary about whether she's a great actress. She's good. She's done some good, but she's directed a couple of movies where she hasn't been in, I believe.
Any memorable ones? Yeah, there you go. Rest my case.
Okay. Yeah. I fully admit to getting called on.
What about Clint Eastwood? Nothing comes to mind, but
Flag was My Father, but I don't. Did he make an appearance in that? Flag was My Father won awards.
Wow.
And but I don't know if he was in it. I don't think he was in it.
I hear the new one's good.
Oh, his new movie.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it, and I don't know if he's in it.
What is that called again?
It's the guy's name.
Oh, what about the guy? Remember the Atlanta Olympics?
Oh, that's him?
The bomber.
Richard Jewell.
Yeah, Richard Jewell.
That's him? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Clint Eastwood.
Huh, okay.
But I've been hearing some stuff about how they don't... The woman reporter who broke the story and, got it to, made it what it was, is not given the best presentation in it.
Oh, that's why they wanted disclaimers. Yeah, I think I read that too. Like today, that they wanted disclaimers on the film.
Yeah, so, it maybe it's one of those that's getting accolades, but then again, so
I guess that's something to still think about, like any actors turned directors.
Who directed something that has been amazing.
Memorable.
been memorable. I didn't think it would be. You wouldn't think that would be a tough.
I know, right?
It's like because the way trailers are. From the people who bought you, this movie and the producers of that. But that's also when you see a trailer that is talking about the producers of, from the producers of this movie. Yeah. It's probably not going to be always worth your time to go spend the money in the movie theater to go see it.
I think they do that.
The Ben Affleck directed piece. It's Gone Baby Gone.
Gone Baby. Yes. You there you go.
Yes. And he was not in it at all, right?
No, apparently not.
Exactly.
Okay.
As an actor, no.
As an actor. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Gone Baby Gone.
But I will say I haven't seen it. So.
And he wasn't Gone Girl, so maybe he likes movies with Gone.
Yeah, he was the leading.
Baby Girl Gone.
Exactly. Gone Baby Gone, Gone Girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember, he was supposed to direct a Batman movie where he was Batman.
Exactly.
And it's so he can't. It can be done.
Which is funny because he said he would never play a superhero after
Daredevil. Yeah. I think that one would. Yeah. That was. That Daredevil and Elektra. They were, at the time they were good, and then in hindsight.
I'm sorry.
Oh, when I say at the time, they made the money.
Okay.
They made their money.
Commercial success.
They were commercially successful. Okay. So I'm equating good with successful.
Elektra though.
I think that evened out. I think they maybe broke even. Yeah, like box office
get
magic.
The box office receipts on
that one. But okay, but you get those movies where they, you have, it's all about star power, and then star power can't save it.
Yep.
And so he's, after what felt like a flop and what everybody wants to say, says was a flop. Yeah, he's not gonna do a superhero movie. Then he comes and he does Batman. So it's like, remember the guy who only superpowers being rich.
And then he did Justice League.
Well,
Then he did Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, he kept coming back to the well, and actually did. He was.
Did he just do two?
He did two. Yeah.
Yeah, and
just two, right?
He did.
Batman versus Superman and then Justice League.
Yeah, he's supposed to do three, and.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because for a Suicide Squad they just used the body double. And
either that or they use like old footage or something.
Of Ben Affleck, because it was supposed to be the Ben Affleck Batman who did that cameo.
And now they're rebooting Batman again with Robert Pattinson.
Oh well.
Damn.
DC. Ding.
Yeah, because I'm glad you did it.
It's like the fifth Batman reboot.
Let's get another body in here. We run out of Batman.
All right.
Well, DC literally goes back to two characters.
Batman and Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you would think that that's the only two people they ever made up.
Thank God Wonder Woman is working.
10,000 characters.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Wonder Woman got like one movie and another one coming up.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah. I've seen the trailer. They made a good trailer.
Yeah.
Now they didn't, they made a good trailer. It's what I can say. They made a good trailer. Okay, it's on the radar. I liked the trailer for Black Widow. I was planning on seeing it. What kind of blew me away recently? The trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I haven't seen it.
That was good.
Thank you. After what had gone before and the way I had been hearing about what the next kind of Ghostbusters was supposed to be, because I heard Channing Tatum was supposed to be and all of that. Yeah, Then when I see what I saw, and it's like, okay. And I watched it, and I watched it again. And they're like, wow, that was good. And I told my mom. My mom was like, so I showed my mom the trailer. She's like, wow, that was different. That was okay.
Yeah.
But she asked, were the surviving Ghostbusters going to be in it? And I'm like, well, we went to our friend IMDb, and Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. And it's had their, Venkman, Spangler, and Zedmore.
It seems a logical progression of the in-universe characters. Not like random new people.
Yeah,
like
that
the
had
grandkid of some.
Yeah, this is supposed to be grandkid, granduncle of and what they did here when when you see the trailer, not to spoil it for you, but they do show the that not John Landis, the writer.
Oh,
because it's not Harold Ramis is the one who died.
Yeah, he was a writer though.
Yeah, he was one of the writers on it.
Oh.
Of the original 2 Ghostbuster movies.
Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd.
Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd, but also like the director was John Landis.
Yeah.
Or So they put John Landis' name on there so to let everybody know. No, we tried to get everybody back. But then you only hear, I think, Bill Murray's voice briefly in this new trailer.
Oh.
And then you get your callback. It's not till the near the end that they give you the callback and show you like, okay, people, we heard, we're not gonna make the same mistake, kind of thing.
There you go.
I think I heard you.
Oh, I woke up my either Google or Alexa on there, probably. Smartphones are a little too smart sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't touch it. It heard his master's voice and was like, oh yeah.
Thank you, phone. But yeah, so when you see it, if you like Ghostbusters, this definitely looks like it's gonna do the source material justice.
Be completely honest. Did you like the all-female Ghostbusters?
I didn't laugh.
Damn.
I didn't laugh that much. I thought they went for lowest common denominator. As a movie, who was in it.
I agree. Yeah.
It's a female. No, as I'm sitting there, I want to be entertained. Entertain me. Okay, poop jokes, fart jokes, this, tropes here. And tropes, everybody, you try to, as filmmakers, we may have tried to avoid tropes or cliches. But then the thing is, they're cliches, they're things that work. So, not to avoid, if you're doing it right, you don't avoid the cliches, you just don't overuse them.
Yeah.
But it was like they even trying to check off certain boxes, and maybe the funniest thing or the best thing about it is that they went against they got Chris Hemsworth and
my least favorite character in the movie.
Exactly, but they were trying to go, he's big and brawny because still all got the Thor body.
Yeah,
but he's kind of
which Thor?
It was what? This was 2016, so he's still epic Thor, not bro Thor, not
gotcha.
Lebowski Thor. So dude Thor over here.
Finally, a superhero physique we can all get. Okay, I am behind Lebowski Thor.
Oh, I got some.
But I mean, Tony Stark is not exactly ripped.
Yeah. He was, like, and they showed him.
guy.
They showed him aging.
Exactly.
I would struggle to get Tony Stark's body.
So,
but I can attain Lebowski Thor.
Yeah. Well, a buddy of mine who I went to high school with, when Endgame dropped, he dropped on his Facebook. He lives out in Michigan. He put in he showed a picture of Lebowski Thor, and he goes, representation matters. And it was I was like, you're funny, man. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I can dig it. But hey, I went and saw Endgame with Claude, another buddy of ours, and Clarence, and my mom, and we were ready to watch it again. It's like, can you spin that joint one more time?
Yeah.
Or give us maybe 30 minutes. We're going to go across the street, get a pizza.
All right, 3 hours meant nothing. I was like, I'll watch it right now.
Right now. One more. Play it again, Play that shit again, man.
Well, what do you guys think DC's doing wrong then? Because you guys would be willing to watch a 3-hour movie like back to back from Marvel.
They, as far as their cinema goes, they tried to do too much too soon.
Okay.
Like you don't like make 2 movies and then do justice. I
think they did that to play catch up.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Well, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like when Iron Man 1 came out, the Dark Knight was still in theaters.
But if
build on that, when you have Dark Knight already, then make a Superman or make.
They did. They made a Superman with what's that guy's name?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah. No. Before him, Brandon
Roush.
Yes.
Ralph.
And
Brandon
that
Roush.
was
Yeah, it was bad. But what I'm saying is that came out.
That one came out before. Right? Yeah, that came out like 2006.
Yeah. Well, because that movie's problem was they kept trying to be.
Christopher Reeve,
Superman,
because
off.
I know because they were saying where it fell in the continuity of if it was supposed to be Superman, the real Superman 3 because it happens right after Superman 2.
Yeah, how dumb? What? Why?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like no.
But, if they had just taken the popularity of Dark Knight and built on that, new Superman
in that universe, and then built Green Lantern or Martian Manhunter or whatever, and then brought them all together. Oh, God forbid, bring in Wonder Woman back then, and then built that, and then by the time it was appropriate,
a female superhero back then. Yeah, that's
they would
back then wasn't even.
I know.
Back then,
slight sarcasm.
Oh no! I'm messing.
Don't act like it's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, horror movies have been doing female leads for years.
Yeah, of course. I wonder why. Yeah.
People like seeing scared women, I guess.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil games. And
me too. I love the video games. Yeah.
And I always play as a female character.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel like a horror movie.
Right. Yeah. Jill Valentine.
Oh my God.
Clear.
Redfield.
Yeah.
I even loved Rebecca Chambers in Zero.
Yeah.
But it's how do you not translate that to movies? Just give her a cape or something. How hard,
Yeah. Basically what we're saying is a natural progression that felt more organic to what they were trying to, instead of shoehorned in. Because
it sounds like you guys are saying Hollywood was sexist.
Not even it was sexist. It would, in this instance, I think they would.
Racist Hollywood?
No. That would never. Ages?
You mean it's something that not everyone in the whole world is a white man?
Whoa. No, this is mind-blowing.
This is
mind-blowing.
Really.
Oh, wow. See? You learn something new
every day.
Every day.
By the way, I just want to say, have you noticed Miss America, Miss World, and have all been black.
The four top beauty titles
America,
this year.
World,
It was okay. It was Miss America, Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and Miss Universe.
Miss Universe. So Miss Universe is South African black woman?
Yeah.
Who looks like she came right out of Dora Milaje. I love her now.
Nice.
Ask her now.
Right? She came, she's all, when I say lady as in, she's statuesque.
Okay.
And she wins, and yeah, man, people ready to go, start to,
I was taking notes what's her name again?
Yeah, it's we got a couple of characters. Okay, there's a side story over here that we can now tell, we got the internals coming up. Yeah, think of a name. Make it weird. Boom, that's a character. She can fly, punch, fight, and just be beautiful and,
Get her now before DC decides she should be Vixen.
Yeah, she should be Vixen, and then they screw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think I can ever get something right? Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Aquaman.
Wonder Woman.
Aquaman was not good. Don't get me started.
Oh.
It was slightly dumb, but when you have so much that's also dumb, people want to be happy with whatever they get.
Okay.
Look at Joker. This is not good.
DC
Whoa. You didn't like Joker?
It was okay, not great, but people
that's the thing, though.
Dick.
But that's the thing.
I wouldn't say it's a great.
Exactly.
I've heard several people say that.
Wow. When you get bad for so long, that mediocrity is great.
Yeah, throwing crumbs.
So
I wouldn't say it's mediocre either. Would you say it is?
Well, here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Wonder Woman was a good movie. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It had its flaws, but it was okay, I can watch this. I've watched this. Yeah, I don't mind what I just saw. The ending was a bit
yeah,
okay.
I was
okay.
Not mad, but really?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
But it did, because it was decent.
Yeah.
It became epic. It became, oh yeah, DC, DC forever. Yeah, okay, hey, you like it. I'm glad you liked it. I enjoyed the ride. I got off. You know, it's like, you know, I was entertained. I'm okay, cool. Then after Wonder Woman, that's when Suicide Squad happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, okay, you didn't disappoint that long. Come on,
Nice.
DC. You were riding high.
You had momentum.
You had momentum.
Yeah.
You just take that. No, you didn't. Okay, fine, whatever. And then we get Aquaman, and then it's Justice League.
Yeah.
And Justice League is like,
Wait, so when was Batman versus Superman?
Batman versus Superman was before
Wonder Woman. Okay.
Yeah. Because you got Batman, but you got Man of Steel, then you got Batman versus Superman, and then you got Wonder Woman. And they were trying to do setups for, Marvel style. Then you get Suicide Squad. It shall speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Justice League. And after Justice League, then you get, Aquaman gets his own movie. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. But they're saying that's the fans of DC movies.
Mm-hmm. And now we're getting a Harley Quinn movie.
Why?
They swear she's super popular. It's like, okay, calm down.
That's a force feed.
That's a head scratcher. I was like, wait, Harley Quinn? Wait, huh?
They're
To me, she's always, a side character. So, and not exactly a good side character.
Well, she made the cartoon to be a one-off joke.
Yeah.
And the artists and writers liked her and brought her back into the cartoon.
Yeah.
She's okay with half-hour
increments.
mini chunks, right?
Or put her in the game, putting her in a game,
right?
As in antagonist like the Arkham Asylum.
Right.
I enjoyed what they did there, but she was not in everything in every stage that you had to fight through.
Yeah.
But she was there. She was being a side character. She was being the Joker's sidekick, but she was interesting on her own.
Yeah.
She would yell, you'd hear her voice over the loudspeaker, and then there's a time you gotta fight her, and it is, and it was okay, cool. But we're not anything against Margot Robbie, not anything against the writers and the directors, but it's like, well, is her story interesting enough?
That's the thing. I don't even know her story.
Yeah, she's kind of one note.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, literally in the trailer, she said, "Oh, they gave you everything. Oh, I broke up with the Joker, and now I'm gonna form like this girl bad group or something." Like,
now, remember what we were saying last week? That's forced.
Yeah.
That's forced. That feels like there were complaints in Endgame about the A-Force scene, as it shall be called.
Oh,
where all the ladies just appear and she has help. And that was badass. I was like,
I stood up and stared. I was like, yeah.
He was in right next to me. Yes, he did. And I was like, yeah.
Some people looked at it as unity, and some people looked at it as weakness.
As weakness or being it's like, no.
Oh, Captain Marvel, the strongest superhero ever. And
I saw it worked in the scene. It was bad. It was bad as in hip hop. It was badass. I enjoyed it. But then this is like, okay, DC going, well, hold my beer. Let me search for some money. What can I do with this? Yeah, okay. Let's take this character who, if this is wrestling, would be John Cena.
Oh God.
And give her a movie and. It's supposed to be the Birds of Prey, but you see how, because we got Harley Quinn in there, we have to say, or the education of one Harley Quinn. Yeah. And it's like...
crazy subtitles.
Right.
Why are you...
The Fantabulous or...
Yeah, the Emancipation. Yeah, the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. It's like, what?
What?
Yeah, I'm like, well, why is this... I thought it was
I thought it was a Bird of Prey movie.
Well, I thought it was a cartoon title.
Yeah, and...
Because they made an animated one for the DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, animated universe. Yeah, and at least those are entertaining.
Have you seen the animated one where it's the same story? Harley Quinn breaks up with the Joker and wants to be her own character. Mm-hmm. I think they have 2 episodes now. I saw the first one.
Yeah.
It's okay, but again, half hour.
Yeah, half hour.
For half an hour.
Right? It's like, wait, okay, I only got 5 more minutes before I can turn. I can change.
Yeah, she's not a main character.
Well, in this, she's the main character, but again, half hour.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I'm saying she's
so many
not.
times, 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. She's not, to me, I don't see her as a main character. She's not as interesting as a main character.
Yeah. You know, and I know, you know, I've seen, you know, I like Claudia, well, you know, watched the Batman animated series. So when they gave her a backstory of she's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, right.
She's the victim of Stockholm Syndrome and manipulation of that. She was the Joker. Since you don't know, she was the Joker's psychiatrist or therapist. Yes, she's a PhD. So she was a psychiatrist in Arkham Asylum. You know, they were always trying to rehabilitate, and instead of her getting into his head, he got into hers, and one thing leads to another. She helped one of his many escape attempts, not even attempts, one of his many escapes. She helps him get out, and so she starts to follow him around and the relationship that they have. And for a long time, they built it as, you know, people, a good relationship. Though it's an abusive relationship. In the cartoon, it was an abusive relationship. He kicked her out of a window a couple times. Nice. You know, he hit, you know, but this was the it thing? I'm like, really? Seriously, people?
Yeah, remember everybody going goals?
Yeah, relationship.
I'm like, what?
Relationship goals. And it's like, are you seeing the same thing I am? But because people like us said what? And because of the era that we're in.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we now have this where it's tax on the title, the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, and they make the trailer about her. Yeah, I broke up with the Joker because you were in an abusive relationship that you couldn't see past, like any person in an abusive relationship, and we could see it. Normal, you know. I and people who I know who think similar to me were scratching their head like, why is this something we're lauding? But all right, do y'all. I'm not gonna get involved. As in, this is not me. This is not what I wanna see up on the screen. Is not the story that really interests me, because I know real life situations like that, and you know, no, that's not a relationship goal. You know, he's a psychopath, and she commits crimes to continue to gain his acceptance and affection, and she's crazy too. You know, she goes from being a victim to being
an accomplice.
So, how much sympathy for the character in its origin can you really give?
Yeah.
Yes, there's hope for everybody, and she's being rehabilitated, and now she's away. But is, you know, this new Birds of Prey movie going to lead into the second Suicide Squad movie? It's like, why, if she's reformed?
So that means Jared Leto is going to come back?
No, they're probably going to get another. They're going to get another Joker,
yeah,
right?
Probably. Now, I want to say you were saying rehabilitated. Not really, because she still seems to be a bad guy.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
You are out of the abusive relationship, yay, but you're still committing crime?
Right, so
wait, what? So, do I cheer you?
Yeah.
Or not?
And then that's the point then of, okay, she went from being a victim to an accomplice to now she's the instigator of, so she was always a criminal at heart is what I'm supposed to take from this? And she just needed someone to break her out of that shell, break out the real person that she was. So where am I supposed to give sympathy? Bad Joker, but...
Speaking of bad Joker, it's so funny. I don't know if this happened to you guys when you saw the Joker, but in the theater that I went to, at the end of the movie, when this guy was like murdering people, people in the theater literally stood up and applauded. I was like, this is so
I didn't see
weird.
the theater. I refused.
And I looked around. Well, it's crazy. Like, people are literally applauding this psychopathic murderer.
Yeah, it's like,
I was like, huh.
So this is a thing now. This is
America. Okay. Here's where we are. All right.
Like, wow.
It's like, somebody, cue up the Donald Glover track, and I'm gonna pimp on out.
But they were like cheering this guy on like he's a hero. It's like,
it's like he just killed somebody.
Yeah, like, did we watch a different movie?
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, did y'all miss the part where he killed his mom? Is that okay with your... Oh, wow. Yeah, I gotta go, because...
Then he killed De Niro.
And the fact that they're making it, you know, to loosely connected to the DC universe, that Thomas Wayne had to be the villain. And it was like,
I felt like the movie was a different script, and they just added the DC stuff.
When I saw that scene, I was like, "Come on, come on!"
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's
like the Joker had nothing to do with that
at all.
Literally nothing.
Nothing. I was
like, what's the point? Yeah.
To me, what it also did was actually prove things that the comic does. That I don't read Batman comics anymore. But that's just because of lack of time, and I haven't heard of any.
Trust me, you're not missing
story.
Anything because they reboot it every year.
every other
52.
Yeah,
like
every year. But what I'm saying is that there have been plenty of storylines in the comics where the Joker goes out of his way to prove to Batman that he's hell. They made it the plot of the Lego Batman, where the Joker's saying that you're nothing without me.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Joker live action movie to me proved it that. There was no Batman, no Joker. Without Batman, Joker's nothing. And it just wasn't for me. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I was gonna say maybe I was pausing because I'm thinking about it. Like, do I say not sorry? But no.
Yeah,
That's not sorry.
I got no pause. Not sorry at all.
Yay!
Your movie is okay, not great.
Yeah. So stop filleting yourself.
Yeah,
Tell me a good story.
Stop trying to pretend this murderer is a hero.
Exactly.
He's not misunderstood. No, calm down.
Yeah, that this deserves an Oscar or something like that. It's like,
stop.
No.
His weird dancing, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing here?
It's
why'd you shoehorn in that he might be Bruce Wayne's half brother?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
What are we looking at? What are we?
What
and then I've heard people go, "Oh, it's just like the comics." No, the fuck, it's not.
Not even close.
Yeah, when did any of that happen in any comic?
The closest that they did was Flash Paradox, where Bruce Wayne's mom became the Joker, and that was a twist, and that was crazy, but I liked it. It was a good kind of crazy.
I would have liked that in the movie.
If they had done it, and the thing is, though, they showed why. Because it was Bruce who died that fateful night, and they drew apart and went to the opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah. I can see it.
I like the idea of her becoming the villain because they both lost a son, and one went to the dark, one went to the light, so to speak. I did question. So, but why does she become the Joker?
Yeah, that was
still purple suit and green hair. How?
Yeah, if you called her Miss Angry or
anything,
gave her a new character, but she was still a villain. That would have been. It would have made it.
That'd been great.
But she had to be the Joker because we have to have a Joker.
Because branding.
Yeah, and it's like
I understand it, but it's a reach. Just like now, if I get angry because my kid died, the last thing I'm gonna do is put on a green wig and paint my face. That wouldn't occur to me,
Yeah. Being a vigilante hero or villain, that plausible, easy.
Right.
You want revenge, and either you're going to put people to justice, or you're going to fight against the system that allowed this to happen to that child. Like I said, so you had both parents who survived, and people processed differently. Thomas Wayne wanted to, try to be a hero, but his Batman was, angsty, and they made him in that paradox.
As opposed to a real Batman who's not angsty.
Well, when I say angsty, let me finish.
Yeah, I'm just, that's over here.
Yeah. It was the thing of where he was like the old 1940s Batman, though. I think he had a gun on his hip, and, he was less forgiving, less trying to bring them in alive than the comic book Batman we were used to in the other DC, other parallel Earths of DC. You know how they do their Infinite Crisis stuff. But yeah, her being the Joker was like, why? Just because you had to have the Joker?
Yeah, because branding. They just needed to shoehorn in a Joker, and I can kind of understand the mentality of we want a Joker.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, it's like, but why would she become the Joker? Well, shouldn't she just be a whole new... For that matter, why would Thomas Wayne become Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't he be Angry Dad? Like anything, but...
Gun Dad.
For real, like, why do you have the ears? And by the way, has Bruce Wayne never seen the real Bat? You look shit like a bat. And these weird pointy ears and
yeah, you know, other than the cut on the cape, you know, and even then, it's still a reach.
Yeah, you know, and he looked like a bat. No, it doesn't.
Bob Kane and Bill Finger saw weird kinds of bats back in the 1920s, 1930s.
Looked like that? Is that what happened?
Yeah, but you know, so hey, that was going on with that, and I like good stories. I like to be entertained. Method actors are a species unto themselves, and hopefully we won't have to deal with the really crazy ones.
You ever notice how method actors, you only hear about really famous people doing it? Mm-hmm. You don't hear about like small time, because they get fired.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They're like, go the fuck home.
Like, come back to me when you have to when your agent can command $20 million per picture.
Yeah, when you can guarantee big money on your name. Mm-hmm. Then do your little game, but other than that, grow up, buddy.
Yeah, keep it moving. Yeah. We don't have we literally do not have time for this on this set. But you know, no one is born with experience, but there are things you can do as far as movies go that will make it a better project. And for all you independents out there, you know, I'm not talking like I know everything, but I've seen a couple things that I've learned from, and I've at least had the good fortune to be able to share that experience of, as in being on the set, and there's somebody else on set where it's, can you check these guys out? Do you see what they're doing? And then in post, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
But we're expected to give forth product.
We're definitely going to expand on that in episode 3.
Oh yeah, we'll have another voice who can speak from a shared experience, and you know, you build your reputation by the work you've done, and the work relationships that you've fostered.
Yes, absolutely.
That you created, and I'm not getting on this because you know we want to harp on that, you know, but we're speaking of the things that we don't like of, you know, DC doing this. And I'm going to go out of my way when it comes to my projects to not do the things that I don't like.
Yeah.
And if I like something, I may want to emulate it. And you may be able to go, oh, man, I see the influence there. This reminds me of something. Yeah, because it's what was inspiring me when I wrote, when I directed, when we got together and going, hey, I have an idea. Let's make this into a movie.
Yeah.
But I hope, and I've got around me the team. I hope that I don't make those errors of like, oh man, you're ripping off this or you're ripping off that. Because I've got a team who goes, okay, you started with this influence, you know, your version of this character. Now, here's what we can do to make it completely a unique character, but that, you know, can be in the same genre, the same vein as this character that came before.
Yeah.
But you can still look at it and like, yeah, I created that character. Not, yeah, I ripped off my man over here.
Exactly.
Like DC has done with, you know, they hired Priest to come write for them. You know, comic book artists and writers are changing hands in the companies. Oh, man. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, take your time.
All the time. It's the nature of the business. It's like movie business, you know. We get a deal with Sony, knock out a couple movies, and then we're working for Disney 2 years later.
Exactly.
You know, so I don't hate against that. But when your man goes from writing Black Panther comics to, you know, a month after, he still got some stories he wanted to tell, so DC goes, yeah, you create a character, and we're going to make Red Lion.
Oh, God.
All right. I still respect you, but I still like your work. That you have done in the past, but until you get off of this, I'm not gonna go out of my way to see what you're doing with this character. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And DC fans will be like, nope, original character. He's
fantastic. He's better than anything Marvel has ever done.
It's like, wait, that's just Black Panther. What do you mean?
What?
They'll deny it all day. I'm like, okay.
So he's the president of an African country. as opposed to the king of an African country. Cats. Black, red. They're completely different.
Yeah, and they have another called vibranium. What? I made that one up.
Yeah, I know, but somebody can pull that, do that ass pull, and it's like trying to prove their point, and it's like, yeah, go elsewhere with that. Now, there are good imitations of things, you know, when you get a spate of movies all in the same genre, you have a big epic sci-fi space movie come out, and you get 4 more like that, and out of that extra 4, 2 of them were at least watchable, if not good. Then it's like, okay, I get where everybody's being inspired, and these were all slated to come out around the same time. Good for the movie business, good for me as an audience member. But then when it's, someone comes to you and goes, yeah, I want more of this. Well, I don't have more. Well, give me this exact thing, but just put a different color of paint so nobody says we're ripping them off. So you want me to rip them off and just change the name. Got it. Okay. All right. It's your money.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, did the check clear? All right.
Yeah. And you can hate on success, but, there are those who do, but it's like, I'm sorry, Marvel. It's not that they can't do no wrong, but they're doing. They've got more successes than failures.
True.
For what they're putting out as far as movies go, and then people want to go, "Oh, superhero movies are dead." No, they're not. And if I can ever get on that train, that's fine. I'll be happy too. And if it's not with Marvel, because there are actually other people are trying original properties, like what is it, Death Spot?
With Deadshot.
Deadshot, yeah.
It's not really an original property, though.
That's from Valiant Comics.
I think it means.
Oh, Valiant. Okay.
Yeah, he means other than Marvel DC.
Gotcha.
That are coming out. Yeah, there's Deadshot with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
And that looked weird and interesting. Weird in a good way. Interesting because he's like a cyborg, but they keep erasing his memory every time, like after a mission, and I'm supposed to catch up. I still haven't gotten to see Gemini Man, but it looked interesting. It looked like, okay.
Was that a comic?
I don't know if it was a comic, but it looked, it's an old assassin versus his younger self who was a clone, and you got to play against, Will Smith plays against Will Smith. It's like, okay, an action piece too. Cool. Let's see what this is. I don't know if this was a comic, but it's coming out. Called Six Underground, where it's Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, it's already out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was a comic.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
But
okay.
It's a movie. It's he forms a group of badasses to go and right wrongs, and it's like, okay, I want to check it out. And then you got and he has another movie of that thing. Yeah, called The Good Guy, or The Guy, I think it is. It's either
The Good Guy.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Either The Good Guy or Just the Guy. And so he's action and comedy. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, and I enjoy his work. Heck, I remember Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's okay. We're about to wrap anyway.
It's like, you've been talking a lot. Ryan Reynolds, I remember him.
I got the camera called wrapping up.
I was like, all right, wrap it up. But yeah, I'm saying I remember Ryan Reynolds from Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place, Pizza Parlor on ABC like a million years ago.
Wow. I remember him from the...
What? Van Wilder?
Bingo. Yeah.
Oh, I like those too.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Yep. This has been episode 2.
Yeah, and we didn't go nearly as long, but we did have our...
Oh, yeah, we did. We went close to like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Short by 20 minutes.
Hey, at least the camera stayed longer with us this time.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, you're watching the audio stream by now.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us.
Definitely.
Next week, join us when...
Teddy. We're going to bring in Teddy. We've worked with Teddy on this last project,
so
maybe he'll share some insight into what it was like to be on set of that project.
Yeah, his feelings, and you will know it's not just us.
Exactly. Even though we haven't really said anything about it yet. Maybe next week we'll
finally get into that story. And our man and third leg of the our three-legged stool.
Yeah.
Claude Springer was in the house.
Did you just call me a dick?
Third leg.
I said of our three-legged stool, bruh. Damn.
I feel like you called me a dick. I feel attacked.
No, I've known you for 1,000 years.
Hashtag me too.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Oh man.
You will hear from our lawyers.
Yeah, we'll continue this offline.
All right, folks. This has been the Creative Zone.
I'm Rob.
I'm Logan.
Until next time.
Peace.
The Creative Zone with Rob and Logan. Produced by Robb Entertainment and Kurohio Productions. Mixed by Production DS. Music by Hope Beats.
This has been a Robb Radio Network production. Check out our website at rrn.robbent.com. Thank you for listening.